Welcome to another EP review here on Album Book Club. Happy to have you. This one was sent in by our friend Matt Getz of the Electric Indigo. There's a shout out we haven't heard in a little while. Go ahead and do the title, right?
I would.
Yeah. So the title of the EP is Midnight Somewhere by Plazmatic. You guys ready to get started?
Yep. Yeah.
Let's do it. Start with track 1. Alright, so the title of this one was Secret Steve. You guys want to give me some numbers?
I give that like an 8.
See, I'll give it like an 8.5.
Yeah, I think it's an 8.5, 100%.
I think all of the sounds of like each piece of it were something I like, because usually they'll throw in a keyboard sound or one or two that I don't like. But pretty sure they mixed in a saxophone at the beginning, which seemed weird for this genre, but kind of just a jam that kept going, and everything they added kept fitting.
Yeah, the only thing I thought I didn't like was the change up under the sax solo, right? When they went to change the drums up, kind of went to almost like a reggae kind of thing.
That was sick.
But I didn't hate it. It just took me a second.
Big fan of random bongo break behind the saxophone.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Everything flowed into itself very well. They changed it up just enough throughout the 6 minutes to make it not feel like 6 minutes. It was just a great kind of funk jam. I don't even know, just weird good time.
We could probably start the next track. You guys are ready? All right. The title of that one, you're never going to believe this. Johnny G. Must be Secret Steve's friend. All right. You want to get some numbers?
I'll give it a 7.5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5.
I'm going to give that one an 8.
I think the second half was great. I think the first half took a little bit to get to where it needed to go. But it did not feel like a 4-minute song.
Good. A lot of saxophone. And I don't know, I feel like the whole rest of the band is just so killer that I want them to be up there with it. But I feel like that's what, the rest of this EP is for. So, fairly rated, it's a good song,
Yeah, I think I said it when we first started listening. This is a little less Georgia, a little more New Orleans. But definitely very funky. Reminds me a lot of like the Meters specifically, but any of those kind of New Orleans funk bands. It's a great jam. Solos were just as good. They just didn't give themselves as much room. It's not as easy to step out on a tune like that. You're a little more confined by the rhythms going around you. But yeah, fun track. Good energy moving forward. You ready for the next one?
Next track.
That one was Ghost Town. Must be where Secret Steve and Johnny G are staying.
I'll give it a 7.
I think I'll stay at a 7.5.
I was going to say a 7.5 too.
I think I haven't figured out if I like the vocals yet. If there's more on this EP, I'll make up my mind later, but
It's kind of interesting. He's a little laid back for the pacing of the music, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works sometimes, but the band is so clean and clear that it is almost this kind of disjunct thing on that track. And it's not terrible by any means.
I really think I'm just missing some of the hum or something. This feels like a band that live would knock my socks off. But it's just really, really, really clean here. And I understand that's the way that we do things these days. But just some amp hum or like a little bit of like crackle from the distortion or something would just be fun. I think it would also be very fitting.
I was just thinking, I don't know that I have anything else other than not being sure about the vocals. I mean, the rest of it sounded really similar to what we've heard so far. This was a little on the more pop side anyway, a little less funky other than the envelope filter or wah, whichever one it was. But other than that, it was kind of less funky in general. At the beginning, I kind of thought they were taking us like a Stevie Wonder kind of direction, and I was excited. But ready for the next track?
Next track.
Guys, I think this is sus. We may have found the imposter.
The imposter is sus.
That track was called How Can He Slap? With a question mark.
I'll give that an 8.5.
I'm going to give that a 7.
I'll probably go 8, right in the middle.
I probably could drop it down, but I've already taken off some points for it. But the part at the end where it kept doing the same run over and over again with the synth got on my nerves. But everything up until then I thought was great. He can slap, by the way.
I think I'm just one of the few people in the world that doesn't love slap as a style or a technique. It's cool when it's done sparingly, or the like Primus way, which is just redonkulously stupidly. But this is just, it's far too clean for me to like it for the whole time. And then there's some pitch wheel stuff where there's like synth horns that Karl pointed out, and I did not like it when it got real out of tune. Because they were so close to being like in tune. Just push it a little further, and it was there.
I probably would have enjoyed that more like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't know. The whole guitar community, when they like found Corey Wong and that's all they listened to for like 3 months, kind of ruined it, because now that shows up on a lot of playlists and stuff for me, since it's like jazz adjacent. So I probably would have enjoyed this more had I not been beat to death by that. But that's not this band's fault. It's just my personal bias here. But great track. Yeah, you said the thing about the pitch wheel. That was the only thing I was going to bring up. They got a little bit of the points back because of the mix meter alternating thing at the end.
Nice track.
Nice track. I guess I can get over the vocals in that one song if that was the only time they were going to happen.
It's as if Turn the Page was a funk song. That was a roller coaster. All right. Oh yeah, that's called Midnight.
It's like an 8.
I'll say 8.5.
I'm gonna go ahead and give that one a 9.
I think it's good. Yeah, it travels kind of through different passages, so it doesn't feel like you're listening to just one thing for too long. It's a good song. It's just kind of that guitar solo at the end is very. It just goes out there, while the rest of this track is relatively contained within itself.
I think this is good, but I do think that this would be a 10 live.
Mm-hmm.
It was a weird build, because like building from the sultry, electric piano into more of the funk thing, that's what I expected. And then like it sped up and there was a breakdown, and then we got like a hair metal guitar solo, like with accompaniment. And then that just kind of ended and they went back to the funk thing with a guitar solo over top, which was, it was cool. It's just definitely not expected.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I actually gave them points for confusing me. It's hard to make something make sense and go in a direction you don't expect like that. So I think that's how I ended up where I was at.
I think this last song is the only one that fits the album art, which you're about to get to.
Okay, well, what do you guys think of the album art?
I don't know. It's like a 7.
As a picture, I give it like an 8, but for this EP, I'm like a 6.5. I like what I'm seeing, but I don't think it fits.
The mountain range itself is too low definition compared to everything around it. So it looks like there's just kind of a missing section of this high-ish def moon and sky, and then the high-ish def foreground. So it just has that weird kind of like disconnect, I suppose, in the middle. Yeah, overall for the project, it really ultimately only fits the last one. Everything else is kind of its own little funk dream thing.
So we talk about songs putting colors into our brains all the time, and I think for the first 4 tracks I was seeing oranges and yellows.
I'm gonna give it like a 9. I really do like it. I think it fits the album pretty well. I was trying to figure out if it's a CUDA or a Challenger, but I can't zoom for some reason. All right. Thanks for checking out another EP review, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. Check out some of our cool merch we have available. I realized it was behind the mic the whole time. All right. We will see you next time.